Greetings! Welcome to Chaotic Beagle Entertainment. I am your host, Chaos, as always. Thank you all for joining me today. We have a lot of special treats. We are fresh back from Gencon 2023 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Had a lovely time, great time. Had the original OG gamer crew all get together, grab a Airbnb, and then go up here and spend some money, play some games, roll some bones, and just have a great time. We did some games. We checked out a lot of different events, exhibits, play tests. A lot of different fun stuff. We had a really great time. But so today, what I want to do is share all the loot that I was able to get my hands on while we were up there. A lot of really cool stuff. Some quick little stories on this, that, and the other. And yeah, so thank you all for joining me today. Let's get to this. If you do like this content and more, please do subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you get notified when we put up more videos, more fun. We will be having a great deal of giveaways. A lot of fun stuff. Got a lot of stuff in store for you all. But let's switch over to the upper camera and get to this so I can show you guys all the wild. All right, everyone. So, so much to go over here. This is a tabletop gaming event. It takes place every year, usually the last week of July or the first week of August. This year, it was from the 4th to the 7th, 7th, 8th, or 3rd to the 6th. Yes, because today is the 7th. I can't count. But no, so this was the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. Starts on pretty much the 2nd, which is Wednesday afternoon. Usually starts on that day. In the afternoon, they start events and different things. The vendors hall does not actually open up until 10 o'clock on Thursday. And that's where all the goodies that you see before you are coming from. So they open up the vendors hall usually 10 o'clock on that Thursday, which was August 3rd this year. And it's a mad dash. You will see in my upcoming video, I'll do a quick walkthrough like I do every year. So much fun to just walk around the vendors hall, checking out exhibits, play tests, people demonstrating different things, descriptions on games and card games and lore, and they have a artist corner where you can get prints and pictures, kind of like the lovely one you see before you here. Prints, pictures, all kinds of different stuff. You name it, they have it in some way, shape, or form. So we're going to just kind of start over here on the right-hand side. This here was from the Indie Games booth. They had a $55 and then a $80, basically a mystery box. So I have no idea what's in this box. The lady that was helping me out with it, she did say that one of them was missing an expansion, so we had to open it up so she could double check to make sure there was an expansion in it. There is. I believe there's a Kickstarter exclusive, then there is a large box game with an expansion, and then like a couple more games. So give me a little time, we will get this, and then also this over here is another mystery box, which we do every year. This one's got more novelty stuff. It might have like some little card games, but it's going to be like novelty stuff, hero clicks, maybe, a little deck of cards or stuffed animals or just some wild stuff, little Ninja Turtle poppets we get just about always. But when you grab this box, they have a case that has like a PS5, an Xbox, a Nintendo Switch, a hat, a script of Clerks signed by Smith, Kevin Smith, or just a number of different really cool things. And they always put a golden ticket in these boxes, and they have a huge stack behind them. They put the golden tickets in these boxes. You got to open it up, see if I'm over here knocking stuff over. And over here, you have to see if the ticket's in the box to win the item. So you gotta usually open it right there and then to see if you won anything from the case. I did not, but as always, the mystery box from Indy and the mystery box from the Hit Parade is what they've got on there. Both these boxes we're going to do an unboxing video on, see what's in them, have some fun with that, and then as always we're going to play the games and then do monthly giveaways for each of the games that we get a chance to play between myself and Spartan or Grim or any number of my guys that are able to play games with me. So we have that coming up. Before you see two of the very lovely stuffed Urban Mech plushies. I picked these up just because I can throw them at people, throw them at the wife, throw them at my friends. They're very soft, very squishy. They feel very sturdy though. But I picked up a couple of these for various reasons. They have two different kinds. They had these two Urbies, then they had two Griffins, two Archers, and then two different Atlas plushie dolls. So I grabbed the Urban Mechs. These were the cheapest of the bunch. And they look cool. This is the Pirate, and this is the Grey Death Legion House of Liao Urban Mech plushies. So, a little fun with that. Ha ha! Alright. So, we got those. Over here, we got some Battletech stuff. So, grab myself a Clan Wolf Battletech hat. These are fitted. They had small, medium, large, and extra large. I grabbed a large. I don't have a super big head, but I've got a bit of a big head. Grabbed that. I grabbed the Clan Invasion Battletech Technical Readout. So that's a book that's got different mechs, when they were developed, who they were developed by, notable pilots that have piloted that mech, a lot of stuff like that, a lot of fun. So I picked up one of those. I've been looking at those for years and years and years. Decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and grab myself one. Over here we also have the very coveted Legendary Mech Warriors pack. So we're going to do an unboxing on this later on, so keep an eye out for that video. But this is a box that has 4 mechs. It's got an Archer, Direwolf, Marauder 2, and the Timberwolf. So each of these is piloted by a very notable pilot. You have the Archer by Morgan Kell, the Aiden Pride Timberwolf, the Grayson Carlisle Marauder, and my favorite, Natasha Kerensky in her Direwolf. Which all of these bad boys are monsters. If somebody puts them down in the field and they're like, hey, I'm using this, take them out quickly. They are just beasts on the battlefield. So we were able to get a hold of that. They had a few of them up there, so I got my hands on one. Got one for Spartan, but love those. I did get one with the Kickstarter, but just wanted one as a backup. But we were able to get those. Very fun, very cool. This is primarily for tabletop of Battletech Alpha Strike rules. So that's what that's primarily off of. Behind it, you see another Catalyst game of Pico. So this I received for free. In the upcoming run-through video, you'll see some gameplay of myself, Grim, Bob Goblin, and Time to Die, all playing the Super Heavies, which is mechs that are above 100 tons, for anybody that knows Battletech and what that means. We had a Super Heavies battle. So it was me, Bob Goblin, and Time to Die against Grim, and there was 2 other gentlemen that joined in. So it was a 3v3. We were Davian, they were Republic, and had a lot of fun with that. That was such a good time. We had a lot of fun. I ended up getting I had a Night Star and a Devastator. My Night Star just got completely demolished. It was horrible. But no, we had a lot of fun. It was enjoyable, and for playing the game, not only did we get a free game, Grim ended up grabbing Dwarven Miner, which is another board game. I grabbed Pico, and then there was also a Vikings from the TV show. There was a Vikings board game. That was the third choice for us. I grabbed this one. I was like, let's check this out. The other part to that is for playing as well. The guy that was running the event for us was a guy by the name of Eric Goodman. Really, really awesome guy. Loved talking with him. He was so cool to talk with, so much fun. Showed me pictures of all the Battletech minis that he has painted. He has got some major skill. All the minis that we were playing with, you'll see them whenever we have the video come up. All of the minis that we were playing with, he has hand painted himself, some airbrushing, some hand painting. Did a spectacular job on all of them. He does different, factions and minor factions and different groups in there, and he was able to get us challenge coins, which this is the Davian challenge coin. He was trying to get the guys on the opposite side Republic challenge coins, but they did not have them, so he got them Comstar. Comstar, taking your money in space. You need to pay your Comstar telephone intergalactic bills. But he was able to get us these. These are so awesome. I'm glad to have this. I've got a Clan Wolf from where I got the Kickstarter several years ago, and I've got Davian now. So very awesome. Loved that. Really appreciated him doing that. But we had such a fun time. You'll see it. You'll see it in the video. I'll put some clips in the speed walkthrough, but I'll also probably dice that up into a nice, quick little fun video for everybody that's into Battletech. But yes, let's see what else next. We've got a giant bag of dice. I do that every year. Whenever I sell things on eBay, or if you all win anything, I usually like to throw in an extra bag of dice. Anything along those lines, I throw in, I've got 3D prints that I like to do, and then sell on Etsy. I've got a lot of different stuff, and I always throw in a bag of dice. Who doesn't love getting a bag of dice for free when you go and buy something? Come on. That's minimum like $7-8 on a bag of dice to get some for free. Now, I usually try to make sure it's got one of every type. It's got basically at least a full set, if not a little more. So we've got that. That was, so what they do is they've got this giant pitcher, and you take this pitcher and shove it in this giant vat, and then you basically cram it with dice, and then you tilt it up right and kind of shake it a little bit so everything kind of rolls in and seats in, and then you just leave it in there. You grab a bag, flip it upside down, and you end up with a giant gallon bag of dice. Yes, love it. Let's see what else. Before you, speaking of Battletech, so here, Spartan needed movement dice for our Battletech games. So I grabbed him a brick of each of the different colored dice that we utilize for Alpha Strike. So you have your white dice for when your mech walks. You got your red dice for when your mech jumps. You've got your yellow dice for when your mech runs. And then you've got your black dice for when your mech stands still and becomes a giant target. But it also allows them to shoot easier. So, yeah, so I grabbed him those. Great price. Got those from Chessex. Very good quality. Very nicely done. So I grabbed those for him. Up front, we have, Battletech related as well. Grabbed another play mat. This will correspond with the green play mat that I currently have that I picked up on, I believe, previous years. I didn't pick one up on Kickstarter. I picked one up previous years at Gencon. And wanted to get another map just to kind of double them up so we've got more play area. Makes it a lot more fun, a lot more easy. Also grabbed a Clan Wolf pin. It looks so awesome. Love that. So I picked that up. Little pin as well. I think that's all the Battletech stuff we have over here. Yes. All right. Next on the list. So up front in the far front corner here, you see the little pirate. This box right there. That is a game called Loot. Very fun. Very great game. We play that one. Everybody loves that game. It's a very simple game. Basically, you have one of two things. Each person's turn, they can take one action. You can either draw a card from the pile. You can play a merchant card, which has a coin value. So you can have a 2 coin value, a 1, all the way up to an 8 coin value merchant ship. So you can place that in front of you, and then the next person goes. And what they can do is they can take a pirate ship from their hand of one of 4 colors. There's green, red, purple, and blue. You take a pirate ship, and they're either doing the same thing. They either place a merchant ship in front of them, or they can attack a merchant ship that somebody else has placed. So let's say I place a merchant ship down. The next person in line wants that points. They want those points. They have a handful of pirate stuff, and they want the points on the merchant ship that I put in front of me, so they can basically take a pirate ship and attack my merchant ship. And then the next person in line can either do a merchant ship, draw a card, or play a pirate. And then, so it keeps just going around that until basically, if I put a merchant ship and it comes all the way around and nobody else is attacking that merchant ship with a pirate ship, then I win those points. If someone's attacking that pirate ship or that merchant ship with a pirate ship, I have to either defend it with another pirate ship from my hand, but it has to be equal or more points. If they put a 2 flag ship on and I put a 1, they're winning it. So once it comes to their turn, if they're winning anything that's on the board, they're going to basically, win that, and they get those points. And the person with the most coins, cumulative coins on merchant ships at the end of the game wins. Very easy. Very fun game. We love it. It comes into some big battles. They've got little pirate cards that are basically like trump cards that are, the strongest cards in the game. There's also for a defender, there's a admiral card, so you can basically defend your own ships and stuff too. Love that game so much. It is so awesome. But I was able to pick that up from the consignment store. This year they moved the consignment store from the front of the Indianapolis Convention Center all the way to the back in the Marriott, in one of their very, very large, very open meeting halls, which was a great idea. Perfect, great idea. That gave them a lot more room to work with. It gave them a lot more area and a lot more space to have lines and everything. It was so awesome. It was just a really good choice. It's a little bit of a walk, but it was a really good choice for them to do that. And they had so much more. It was just almost overwhelming, the amount of stuff that they had at the con as far as the convention, as far as the consignment store. But I was able to get a copy of Loot. I think that ran me, I picked that up on Saturday. So consignment store usually has it to where, Thursday it's going to be $20. Friday it'll go down in price and it might be $18. And then Saturday it might go down in price again and be $15 or $14. And then sometimes it'll have a price for Sunday. But I picked that up. That was a great pickup. I think I paid $14 for that. I was also able to find Robotech Ace Pilot there. Another really great, really easy, really simple, but very strategic. Basically, it's got a tray in there that has these little tokens that represent the Zentradi forces that takes 1, 2, 3, 5 damage to kill them. And basically, you roll some dice like Yahtzee, match the symbols on the dice that you've rolled to the symbols on the pilots. Take that pilot. Each pilot has a special ability. You use that special ability to destroy Zentradi forces and basically accumulate points. Person with the highest points at the end of the game wins. Very fun, very, very fun game. We love playing that one. Grim had a copy of it, and I've been wanting to get a copy of it. I got that one for $15 in the consignment store, so I'm happy. I loved it. BattleTech again. I did grab the water decals. So I've got the little yellow caution bars to put on my mech minis after I get done painting them. So this will make it a lot easier. This will be very helpful in that aspect. And then I got some Clan Wolf decals for the Clan Wolf emblem. I needed these. I ran out. So I needed these when I get back to painting on those, which is going to be very soon. So please do, if you're interested in painting minis or just want to hang out while we do it, we'll be probably doing some streams on Twitch with painting minis and doing some videos on YouTube and everything else as well. So come join us for that. Also from the consignment store, I was able to get a hold of Batman Love Letter. Love this game. It is a great little game. It's very simple, very fun to play, only takes a few minutes. Anybody can pick it up in no time and play. Basically, there are 8 different kinds of cards. There's Batman, there's Robin, there's Joker, Bane, Two-Face, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman. So there's all these different characters. Each character has a different ability, and there are a different number of each. So like, there's 5 Batmans, and then there's 2 Robins, 2 Catwomans, 2 Banes, 2 Poison Ivies, and then there's like 1 Two-Face, 1 Harley Quinn, and 1 Joker. And basically, you play through the game trying to knock out all the other players. If you knock out all the other players, then you are able to, get a bat symbol, and the first person with 7 bat symbols for knocking out players is the winner. So, very fun game. This one was a little bit pricier. This is a very hard to find game. It is not very easy. I believe this one I got for $50. So, this is out of print. So, let me see. What year was this printed? This was printed 2015. So, March 2015 was when this was printed. It is out of print now. Very hard to find. Very glad that I was able to get my hands on it. So, very pleased with that. I picked that up from the consignment store as well. Also from consignment store, before you will see right here in front of the BattleTech map, we have some Transformers. We've got Megatron, Starscream, Optimus, and Bumblebee. And I strategically have placed them on a book, if you have not noticed. It is the Transformers role-playing game core book. I was also able to grab the DM screen that includes a one-shot mission, and they gave me a cool little folder that goes with it. So I think it was $13 for all 4 of these guys. They're in great shape, no problems, no issues, nothing's broken. They're in great shape, so I figure I'll grab these and then figure out something later on as far as like maybe 3D printing customizable ones for anybody that would like to play as far as my group goes. But this core rule book, this system, this is Renegade Game Studios. I saw that they had it and got super excited. I mean, who wouldn't want to make their own personal like Transformer? Like their own, from my mind, I wanted to make this Transformer. You can do it with this book. So you create your own, and then you've got, the others that you can have join you. A Beacon of Hope is the name of the one-shot that comes with the DM screen, which I have not looked at the DM screen yet, but it looks very dope from what I can tell in the pictures. And then a nice little folder, just a little like old school paper folder. Pick this up, very hyped to try this out, get a game session, get some one-shots going to try and test that out. Very, very excited for that one. They also have a system for G.I. Joe. They had a system for Power Rangers, and then they had a book that was able to mix the 3. So you can have Transformers versus Power Rangers versus G.I. Joe. So this was the one that intrigued me the most. Power Rangers, it's part of my childhood, but not as hyped on it. G.I. Joe, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it was going to be unique enough for me to grab and do something different with. So this most definitely spoke to me, so I grabbed this. I also, from Grimgen, heard about a Star Trek adventure role-playing game. This is by, what was it, Modifius? Yes, Modifius. It's another D20 system. Looks very awesome. Looks very cool. I went ahead and grabbed this, and then the toolkit for the Game Master's toolkit, which has DM screen and just a few other things. It does not have a one-shot, so I'll have to go and find maybe one online to play. But very excited to do that. You can do space battles. You can do, planet side, infantry like level. Very excited to play this. Very excited to try this out. I have this idea, make everybody just a bunch of red shirts that get stuck somewhere. Here, go and survive. Make it out alive. Sounds very awesome. I'm gonna have a very big time, very big, very fun time with this. To the side here, we have Fat Dragon. Fat Dragon. This is hilarious. Time to Die got one for his wife. I decided to pick one up as well. It's adorable. It's just a giant, fat, round dragon. It looks so adorable, looks so cute. He grabbed the dragon and he also grabbed a lich. So that was very cool. I just wanted the dragon. The dragon just looked so funny, so hilarious. It's very soft, very plushy, very squishy. He is very fat and round. So I loved every bit of this. Decided to grab one. My wife looked at me all kinds of strange when I started making those sounds in front of her. So don't feel bad if you're looking at the screen strange. Like, what is Chaos doing? I don't understand this. But I just picked that up. Also, from WizKids, the exclusives for this year. Usually every year they let you grab a few copies of each of the ones that they have for the con exclusives. From what I understood, there were supposed to be a number of other exclusives included that I did not see. The only ones that they had at the con were the Wonder Woman Generations, which is 3 miniature models. One is 150, the other 2 are 75 apiece. So this box is a 300-point team. They are very synergistic. These ladies are very nasty to go up against. Basically, they have this special ability where if a enemy smacks one of them, then the other 2 can come across the map. Doesn't matter how far the distance is. They can come across the map and basically jump that person and beat the ever-loving crap out of them. So, very excited to field these ladies. This is going to be really, really cool. But I did like the point cost, being that it's 3 pieces, 300 points. Very nice. Very, very cool. Very nice abilities and stuff on these ladies. It's going to be nasty to go up against them. Another very brotastic piece is our lovely Space Ghost. This is a one-man little army over here. He has got so many different ability. He is traded with like Perplex and Outwit and like all the... He's a very support-heavy piece that just can do everything. He is very nasty, very nice. Gonna love seeing how he works out. But that was the other one. So again, they only let you get one of each, except the Wonder Woman here you were able to grab 2 of. But everything else, they only allotted 1. Previous years, I was able to get, 2 of this guy, and then 3 of these, and then 2 of these, and different stuff, but they didn't allot for that. So, but that's that. I have not looked at the very odd and very weird Batman Mermaid. I'm not sure. I have not looked to see what he can do. Maybe he's a bad mofo. I don't know. I have not had an opportunity to look. But yeah. So we've got Batman Mermaid. Batmerman. Something. I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't come up with the idea. I just bought it. Yeah, should probably think things through a little more. And then the other piece is a back-to-back Hawkeye and Hawkeye with basically Hawkeye and his daughter, standard size piece. I'm not sure what these have as far as any abilities and capabilities and such either. So I will definitely have to look those up to see how Batman and old Hawkeye do there. But I do know that Space Ghost piece is a monster, and then the Wonder Woman set here is just beastly. It's really nice. Next up, we've got from the Warhammer booth, we have Mugruk Dawacha, and then Tolgar Split Eye, and then the Commissar's Duty. So these, I think it was only really supposed to be 2 pieces, But I think they had some Mugruck the Watcher left over from last year, so they just brought that to the con and got rid of those. So, but I'm pretty sure that Tolgar, Tolgar Split Eye, and the Watchers, the Commissar's Duty, are the two main pieces that were this year's con exclusive. So, got some copies of those. All right, over here. Oh, also from the consignment store, because we were talking about HeroClix, I grabbed the HeroClix Dice and Token Pack, which is basically Batman pictures on each of the die, and I think they foiled. I think they're shiny, but maybe not foiled. But you also got a pair of Batman dice, and then the tokens as well. My boy Bob Goblin saw it, and there was another pack. He grabbed both of them, and I was like, oh, so I grabbed the other pack. But these are very awesome, very cool. I'm glad to have these. Definitely going to be using these when I do like a Justice League or Batman Family or something like that with my HeroClix teams. So there is those. All right, so I showed you the Transformers, all that. Over here, we also have a funny little story. So there's a game that came out this year called Lorcana. It is a trading card game made by Disney. There were people waiting in line for, hours. The line was insane. We had to walk by it a couple of times. You'll probably see it in the walkthrough videos. I'll put some clips and pictures in there. But with this, everybody wanted it. It was to the point to where the line was so long that when the vendors hall closed at 6 p.m. on Thursday, people started lining up outside the door at that time to go in the door at 10 a.m. the next morning to be in line to get this starter box and ooh, throat's dry. To get the starter box and to get this exclusive Mickey card. This card's going for a bunch online. It was ridiculous. I think at one point he was going for like $800. Insane. Psycho. I don't know. It's just off the charts. But yeah, so I actually got a copy of it as well when I bought the Star Wars Villainous box. We were going to play test it, but then we started drinking beer and it kind of went downhill from there. But did grab the Villainous game here, so we'll see about maybe doing a live play with that one, see what you guys think, test it out, give it a try. But I have plans to play this on the channel, so be prepared to see that one if you're interested in that game. When that'll be, I am not entirely sure. I've got a lot that will be taking place, but that's on the list. Over here we have Malifaux. I ended up, so previously we played Malifaux before. I have pretty much everything. We haven't played in a long while, so I pretty much put everything up on eBay just to hand it off and get, money in for other hobbies. But they're starting to get back, and the guys are starting to get back into it, so I decided they're in the 3rd edition currently. So I grabbed the Lady Justice box with the 6 foot under box that came with a couple of pieces that support Lady Justice. I had some pieces in the eBay listing, so I pulled those out and then replaced them with new pieces that I don't need. So basically, one of the pieces in this box I've already got, so I took the new piece from this box, put it in the listing, and then took the old one that I already put together and pulled it out of the listing to keep. But this one's got some Exorcists, the Lone Marshal, the Lone Rider kind, and then Lady Justice box has her crew, Death Marshals, Judge, all that kind of stuff. And then I grabbed this box. Unfortunately, there were a number of figures that they did not have on hand. They said because they did not have the space to put them up, which was kind of sad. So what I ended up doing is they did have this box that had basically alternative art versions of several pieces. So I grabbed that because I'm going to keep a piece out of it. The other pieces I don't need, so I'll figure out something to do with them. And then the Malifaux, the Guild. So the group that I play is the Guild. Very simple, very straightforward. Some very large beat stick kind of crews. And except for one that they made for objective running. But I grabbed the book that goes along with them. So it describes the characters and it gives some like stories and all kinds of different stuff. So I grabbed that. Really cool. Really dope. Love that. And then with spending $100, you get the con exclusive that they do every year. It's always Miss something, Miss Deed, this one is Misconduct. So it's always Miss something. It's a female alternative art piece that counts as somebody else. So I picked up this one. It is Misconduct. I've seen Miss Deed, Mystique, Misdirection, a lot of different stuff. They really do well with that. I love that. The lore for Malifaux is very extensive and very gorgeous. If you're looking for something lore-wise that is just very intriguing, I really suggest Malifaux. They have podcasts where they do voiceover interaction and storytelling. Oh, it's so good. I used to listen to it a lot back in the day. But it's very, very good stuff. So check that out if you're interested. But getting $100 at the booth got you this. So that was awesome. I won't need that piece, but, you know, there's always somebody that would. And then last but not least, as you can see, like I said, there is art at the show as well. This piece right here was given to me by my good buddy, Rotten Deeds. You'll probably see him coming up when we do some Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. But when we do that, this is just a gorgeous piece. This is Skull One, as piloted by Roy Folker and Rick Hunter in the Robotech Robotech anime series. It is signed. This is just gorgeous. It's a great, great print. I love this. I'm gonna have to find a frame to put this in because this is just so spectacular to me. I love Robotech. It's got, you know, such great like space, you know, ship to ship action, fighter action. It's got storyline kind of waxes and wanes, but I really love it. You know, big robots. I'm a happy fan. There you go. So I believe that is everything that we have here. All the loot and all the goodies and all the fun. Yeah, pretty sure. Yes, that is it. So, all right. Thank you for joining me today. A few last quick stories, some really cool stuff. That line for Lorcana was just psycho. We had a lot of fun with a lot of different stuff at Gencon this year. One story that is now near and dear to me. I love it. Myself, Bob Goblin, and Rotten Deeds were in line to get into the Catalyst booth to go and browse for a second or third time. And as we're going up to the booth to get in line, we get in line. There's a guy that's standing there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not waiting in line. I'm waiting for a signature. I'm waiting to get a signature." And I kind of stopped for a second, and I was like, "Signature? Signature from who? Of what? At the Catalyst booth?" And so I asked a gentleman that worked there, and he was like, "Oh, signature. I don't know. I was like, "Is anybody doing a signing or something in here?" And he's like, "Not that I know of. I mean, but there is Michael A. Stackpole over here letting people into the booth." I about sucked all the air out of that convention hall room. I was like, "What?" And it was just funny because I turned to, you know, my buddy Bob, and I was like, I looked and I saw Michael Stackpole sitting there working the front of the booth, letting people into the Catalyst booth, and I was like, I saw his name tag and everything, and I turned to him and I'm like, guess who's here? Guess who's here? He's like, "Who? What? Huh?" He was looking at me funny, and I was like, they have, I couldn't even get the words out. I was like, "They have Michael Stackpole working the front, letting people in the booth." And he stopped and he's like, "No." And he looked and he's like, "Where?" I was like, the little guy, he's got the face mask on, and read his name tag. He read his name tag. We both geeked out so hard. One of the coolest things that I've had happen, me and him both got a picture with him. It was so exciting. I have a signed set of the books from him, leather bound, gold embroidered, the first Invasion of the Clans trilogy, which is some of my favorite books ever. Those, I've got those books. He signed them, but I didn't actually like get to have him sign them. They are signed by him. Catalyst had them sold several years ago. But this time, I actually got to meet him. I kind of kicked myself that I didn't think to maybe grab a Legendaries box and have him sign that. That would have been the bombest shit ever. But my brain didn't go there. My brain was just happy at the fact that me and Bob Goblin both got to go and get pictures with him. I asked him, I was like, hey, can I get a picture with you? You're my favorite author ever. And he was more than overjoyed to go ahead and do it. So, that was fun. Loved that. I also got to meet, I saw a couple of Instagram people there. I actually got to meet, and I kicked myself for not realizing it and noticing it before she walked off. It's Vivid Vivka. She's on Instagram. I got to walk up and get a picture of her in her cosplay, and then I grabbed a card, and then I didn't think about it until I started walking off and I read it, and I was like, and I turned around, she was already gone. I would have loved to got a picture with her, because I've seen a lot of her videos. Very, very good energy, very fun personality and everything. She's really cool. But I did not get a chance to get a picture with her, so I kicked myself for that. So if she ever gets to watching this video, hi, I'm the one that gave you the Beagle sticker. But no, I kind of kicked myself for not getting the opportunity to get a picture with her. I haven't had a lot of opportunities to like actually meet and see people from Instagram or TikTok or anything like that I watch. So that was really cool that I got a picture of her and I recognized her in my brain, but until I started walking away and I looked at the card that she gave me, then I kicked myself. But it is what it is. But it was cool that I know that I did actually get to meet her. She was just trotting through the convention hall. I think it was over there, exhibit hall, like D and E and those. So a lot of fun. But otherwise, Gencon was a overwhelming success. A lot of fun. A lot of good memories. Played games with the OG the OG Gencon crew. We went out, for ramen. We got Giordano's pizza. We just had a ball with it. Had a great time. Lots of cosplays. Because of the Lorcana line, I did miss out on the costume parade, which I kicked myself for. Did not realize that they were only going to run it through the back of the building. Usually they run it through the middle of the convention center. So kind of upset about that. But it is what it is. I got some pictures. Had a fun time. Picked up a lot of loot and a lot of goodies. We'll do some unboxings on a little bit of this stuff. Not everything, but we'll do an unboxing on a little bit of it, which will be very fun. So please do come back. Join us for more. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Appreciate all the interaction, the comments, the stuff, anything you guys send my way. I appreciate every bit of it. We'll definitely be doing some giveaways and just having some more fun with it. So please do come back, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Join us for more. I'm Chaos with ChaoticBeagle Entertainment signing out. Y'all take it easy. Have a happy, safe, and fun week. And I'll see you in the next video. Later.